see anything in my hands? You stole your property? Have a nice day.
You know the process, man. I got a whole
I know the process, like I know it.
All right.
The drugs were there. I did not put the narcotics there.
Yeah, but he did in fact put the narcotics there. Meet Zachary Webster, a former deputy with the Jackson County Sheriff's Office who used to have a creepy hobby. He deliberately planted into people's cars so that he could then arrest them for possession. Here's one of the many traffic stops Webster used to plant the drugs.
A substance that appears to be an illegal narcotic. Do you know anything about that?
I do not.
And it proved to be quite easy for Webster to do so. Since the drivers knew their cars were clean, they had no problem with letting this police officer rummage through them. Little did they know, it would come back to haunt them in the worst possible way.
Have you ever seen this before?
No, what is that?
I'm just trying to figure out how that stuff got in your car.
This is Stephen Band, a guy who just got out of jail, and now he was going back for something he didn't do. Ooh, just imagine the pain.
You can go to jail today for possession of methamphetamine, okay?
Oh man, dude, I'm serious, dude. Anything, what you want me to do, man?
Of course, he was not alone. Many more had fallen prey to Zachary's evil scheme. His career was problematic from the start. As the son of a lawman, Webster started his career as a deputy for the Liberty County Sheriff's Office in 2015. Pretty soon, he was accused of sexual misconduct and decided to transfer to Jackson County Sheriff's Office the following year. He soon became known as an aggressive deputy with a remarkable number of drug arrests. Thank God for body cams, because his reign of terror might never have been stopped. Although Webster was very cunning and often tampered with body cam footage, this one video undeniably shows him planting the drugs.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Anything in the vehicle I need to be concerned about? Bombs, hand grenades, rocket launchers? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Would you consent to a search of your vehicle? You're fine with that? Okay. All right. You mind stepping out and just hanging out with this deputy right back here?
The woman you see here is Teresa Odom. You can see her getting behind the vehicle, not suspecting what Webster will do next. You can see him as he prepares to put on his gloves. But what is that he has in his left palm? It looks just like the bag of meth he finds moments later, conveniently next to a spoon. Odom sees him holding the spoon and naively says,
Miss Odom.
It is yogurt, sir.
I know. Okay.
It's yogurt.
How about this, though?
That is not mine. No, sir.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you any
No,
direct, hold on.
sir.
I'm not going to ask you any direct questions. I'm going to read you your rights first, okay? So just hang out with Deputy Hayke
What
here.
is it?
I have an idea. We're going to test it, though, okay?
This is Teresa Odom as she appeared in the courtroom. When it comes to crooked cops, guys like Webster have to be the lowest of the low. You see, if a cop gets too rough or overreacts to a situation, that can be justified to some extent because being a cop is a really stressful job. But to intentionally plant drugs and send innocent people to jail over and over again, that's gotta be pure evil.
Being a mother and a grandmother for the last 3 years, I've probably missed 1.5 years of my grandbaby's life because of this.
Some of his victims lost their jobs, faced financial ruin, lost their children, and who knows what else. And that damage can never be repaired. In the end, Webster was charged with 67 counts of racketeering, fabricating evidence, false imprisonment, and possession of a controlled substance. And for all of that, he got only 12.5 years in prison. In my opinion, cops who break the law should get double the penalty. Don't you agree? I mean, come on. They found a bunch of stashed away in the back of his patrol car, ready to be planted on innocent people. As for the victims, they agreed to a settlement of nearly $1 million, which seems like it's not even close to being enough. The one who finally brought Webster to justice is a former prosecutor by the name of Christina Pumphrey.
And can you believe we're here at this spot? I mean, actually it's been closer to 4 years when you started finding those videos and stuff and taking your concerns to the superiors and all that.
I am kind of. The way it played out across the board, across all the agencies involved, I am surprised we're here, but I'm very glad we're here.
After learning that the corruption in the justice system goes way above her head, she decided to quit and became a whistleblower. It seems like we have a long way to go.
You got, I showed you my badge.
You know how this goes.
I know how it goes. That's why I'm asking you why you're doing this.
You know the process, man. I got a whole
I know the process. Like I know it.
All right. I'm doing my job.
Okay, I will do it. Do you want me to walk in the line?
No, just don't walk away.
Now, the next cop on our list was very sure of himself. He continually stated that he had absolutely nothing to drink. He probably thought that having experience in the matter, he might be able to hack the system and somehow pass the field sobriety test. Let's see how he actually did. The incident took place at around 1 a.m. when the Ohio State Highway Patrol pulled over a vehicle for speeding. To their surprise, behind the wheel was a man named Justin Shields, who happened to be a cop from Cincinnati.
Whoa. How are you? Got you stopped your speed.
My bad, bro. I appreciate it. Cincinnati.
Whoa, this guy gets straight to the point and immediately flashes his badge to the patrol officer. He probably thought this would immediately get him off the hook, but it probably backfired because he did it so fast. Dude was eager. The way he did it had to be a huge red flag to the officer that pulled him over, so he immediately asked him this.
Okay. Anything to drink tonight?
Nope.
Mind if I check your eyes out?
Yes, sir.
All right, bring your head out here just a little bit.
Okay.
Follow, tip my finger with your eyes on.
Yep.
Now let me just pause here for a second. Pay attention to how Justin's eyes seem to be relaxed just a moment ago. But the second he has to follow the officer's finger, he opens his eyes fully as if he's really concentrating on doing this test well. As soon as the test is done, they revert to being normal. My guess is that the officer noticed this too, as he immediately asked him,
Man, how much you had to drink?
Literally nothing. I took my friend home.
All right, I'm gonna get you out, make sure you're okay to drive.
Okay.
Simple. You know your tags are expired as well.
I know that already. I work for Cincinnati.
You work for Cincinnati and you got expired tags?
I showed you my badge.
I know, but I'm saying you work for Cincinnati and you drive around with expired tags?
So by now, Justin realizes that the flashing of the badge trick didn't work. We can hear it in his voice. Still, he has some more tricks up his sleeve. As he gets out of the car, he explains he's been working for the police for about a year and got the job as soon as he graduated from college. The officer then instructs him to go to the patrol vehicle.
You have any recent head, neck, or back injuries?
My neck hurts, yes.
Your neck hurts? Do you have any issues with your knees? Ankles,
My knees
anything?
hurt, yes, too. Yes, sir.
Take any prescriptions?
No, sir.
Seen a doctor for anything?
No, sir.
Glasses or contacts?
Nope.
Diabetic or epileptic?
Nope.
His tactics are actually very smart. He says his neck and knees hurt, which might be used as an excuse if he fails the test. But he denies taking any meds, which might prompt an additional blood test. He goes on, denying wearing glasses or contacts, or being diabetic or epileptic. After that, the officer administers another follow my finger test. But then, it's time for the breathalyzer test, and that's when things get heated.
So nothing to drink at all?
No, sir.
So if you blow in a portable breath test, it'd be triple
I
zeros.
refuse all that. You can call your sergeant if you want to.
I don't need to call my sergeant.
I'm just saying. But like, I literally have had nothing to drink.
Nothing to drink, then it
Nothing.
would be triple zeros,
Nothing.
right?
Well, if you literally had nothing to drink, why refuse the breath test? The patrol officer knows Justin is lying, and he confronts him about the smell as well.
Me and you both know how it goes.
I know how it goes.
Yeah, me too.
And you've been drinking.
I have not.
You have. I can still smell it on you as you're talking to me.
You cannot smell anything on me.
I can
smell gum because I've had gum.
No, I can smell a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage.
You cannot.
I can't.
Okay.
And in case you were wondering how Justin hopes to get out of this situation, he's still hoping that the officer will turn a blind eye to him being drunk and only give him tickets for speeding and the expired registration.
Why would I make it up? Why would I pull you out of the car?
I have no idea. I was speeding, yes. If you want to earn me a speeding ticket and ticket for my registration being expired, fine. That's fine.
Okay. But you're not willing to blow in a portable breath test?
No, sir.
Well, we can see Justin remains defensive, with his arms crossed and his clear-cut answers. Maybe he's still hoping that the officer would not resort to putting him under arrest, but those hopes are about to be dispersed in just a few moments, and you'll notice how Justin's demeanor changes in an instant.
I want to put you through some more tests.
I refuse.
You refuse? Go ahead and turn around. Put your hands behind your back.
What test?
Turn around.
I will do the test.
So you want to do the test now?
I will do the test.
Now the cat's out of the bag. Justin knows he's about to be arrested, so his only remaining hope is to pass the field sobriety test. But he's clearly agitated and nervous.
Okay, so just walk regular.
Yes, that's what I just said. You're not listening.
No, I know how it goes.
Stop right there.
That's why I asked.
Turn towards my car.
Okay.
All right. So can you imagine a line going from here to my patrol car?
Can I? Yes, I will use
sure,
this
you can
line
use
right
this.
here.
This line right
This
here.
black line that's like
yes,
double.
sir, you can. Yes,
Okay.
you can do that.
Okay.
As was expected, Shields is about to flunk his field sobriety test, and he's about to flunk it hard.
What you're
Yes,
going to
sir.
do is take 9 heel toe steps down the line.
This is, I don't know if I can take 9 steps, but I will try. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1022, 1023, 1024, 1025, 1026. I can't, my balance is off.
All right.
He still tries to justify his balance being off, but the officers have seen enough and put him under arrest.
Go ahead and put your hands behind your back.
Are you serious right
Yes,
now?
sir. You're under arrest for operating vehicle impaired. Put your palms together.
It's so refreshing to see police officers do their duty without a second thought, even if it means arresting one of their own. Shields was caught doing 80 in a 65-mile-per-hour zone and was also charged with OVI, or operating a vehicle while under the influence. He first declared himself innocent, and while he was awaiting a full investigation, he was put on administrative duties and was not allowed to drive. Later on, he took a plea deal, declaring himself guilty, and was ordered to serve 3 days in a driver's intervention program and 16 hours of community service, as well as 3 years of probation. Our next video is disturbing and heartbreaking at the same time, as it shows a disabled person getting mistreated and ultimately arrested. And what was his crime? He was taking too long to pay for his groceries. The scene takes place at an Albuquerque Target. We're still not sure if the man was originally accused of shoplifting or if the employees just wanted him removed. One thing's for sure, he did not deserve what's about to happen.
Hi, sir. I've checked the police. Go ahead and grab all your money. Let's walk out, okay? Go ahead, stop. Stop. You're done. After your police detained, you're not free to leave. Put your money down. You're coming with us, okay? Just put your money down, okay? You're coming with us, okay? We're gonna identify you.
Right from the start, it's obvious the man is having difficulty speaking. He's not doing anything wrong. Yet, the police officers want to detain him and identify him, and they didn't even say why they're doing it.
Gotcha.
It took me a while.
Take your money out. You're coming with us now, okay?
It just took me a little while.
Gotcha. You took too long. Go ahead and pick your money up.
Yeah, I'm
Take
sorry.
your money out. You're coming. Do you want to walk us to walk you out, or you want to walk yourself out?
But the biggest problem here is that these police officers are totally oblivious to the law and other people's rights, and fail to recognize that this person obviously has trouble understanding what's going on. So, instead of being decent human beings and approaching the situation with the utmost care, all they want to do is remove this man from the property. In doing so, they seriously violated his rights. And come on, they haven't even said why they were doing so, apart from him taking too long to pay. But there's yet another problem. The shopper doesn't even realize they're cops. He seems to believe that they're just Target security trying to harass him, and the cops are in such a hurry that they even take his money and tell him that he's going to be trespassed from the property.
We're leaving, okay? And you're going to be identified, okay? And you're going to be issued a criminal trespass that says you can't come back to this business anymore, okay?
Notice how calm the officer is. So it's apparent that he realizes this man is struggling. Yet, he has no problem telling him that he'll be criminally trespassed from Target. For what? Being bad at math or being disabled? According to the 2021 New Mexico statutes, Section 30-14-1, a criminal trespass consists of knowingly entering or remaining upon posted private property without possessing written permission from the owner or person in control of the land, and if there's obvious criminal intent. But this does not apply to workplaces that have clearly stated work hours. And since no one at Target had asked this man to leave, it's obvious these cops are breaking the law and trying to intimidate a disabled man. They take him outside, and he refuses to identify himself because he still believes that these are Target security officers and not the police.
I'm not giving you any idea.
You don't identify yourself, you're under arrest, okay? Which is it going to be?
You're not police.
Yes, we are.
Yes, no, you're not. You're security.
At one point, the man even tries to dial 911 because he thinks that Target security guards are harassing him, and the officers know this. Yet, not once did they ask him to contact a family member or a friend to try and resolve this in the proper way. For some reason, they were just itching to get the man out of Target.
Who you calling, man? You ain't even He's calling 911. That's what he said anyway. So yeah, just go ahead and put him in handcuffs because he's refused to identify himself. Okay, hold on.
I was just paying. I was just having my stuff locked in my family pack, and the security guards came. And I didn't take more time than anyone else. The other one before me.
Soon after this, This poor man was put in cuffs and escorted to the patrol car, and as they were doing it, they continued to berate him for failing to identify himself.
So, let me ask you this. You know we're cops now, right? Do you want to identify yourself?
Yeah.
Hang on 1 second. Do you have an ID anywhere? Where's your ID at? Yes. What's your name? Tell me your name.
It took the Attorney General 11 months to get the case prosecuted. At that time, Officer Kenneth Skeens was fired. This was due to the unlawful arrest of a customer with disabilities. He was charged on 4 counts, which include battery and a false report.
Go away, road pirates. Do not... Give me my property back, you piece of...
Have you ever flashed your lights at passing vehicles after you pass traffic patrols? It's considered a courtesy among drivers to let each other know if there are cops up ahead. However, even though the drivers passing you might appreciate the gesture, I'm sure the cops would feel the opposite. And what do you think they would do if someone held a sign that said "Police Speed Trap Ahead"? Well, let's find out. The man who actually had this strange idea was Jonathan Gassford from Smyrna, Delaware. Here's what happened next.
I'm on the side of the road, legally parked, with a sign which is protected by the First Amendment. So you can, I'm disrupting nothing. I'm gonna do it right here where I'm at. Oh, I'm not?
We can clearly see that this situation is going nowhere, and fast. The 2 cops are Corporal Stephen Douglas and Officer Nicholas Gallo, and they're obviously trying to intimidate this man to leave. When they realize Mr. Gassford is not backing down, they try to say that other drivers complained about him.
I have drivers coming up to me telling me that you're jumping out in traffic.
Because apparently they're erroneous. I don't give a what somebody else says. What did you witness? Nothing of the sort. So keep your to yourself, pal.
It's obvious this guy has zero respect for the police officers, and he has the right to feel that way. But this really ticks off the cops, and they decide to take Gassford's sign by force.
Don't put your hands on me. Do not put... Give me my property back, you piece of... Give me my property back.
So, what you just witnessed, folks, is a cop stealing a cardboard sign from a man in the street. Then they casually walk away, like nothing happened. But Mr. Gassford is so infuriated that he goes after them.
You see this? You tyrant piece of You tyrant! What are your badge numbers?
Step back, okay?
No!
Don't walk up
No,
on me
you
like
stole
that.
my property!
Did you see anything in my hands?
You
stole your
piece
property?
of
Have a nice day.
If someone had told me this, I wouldn't have believed him. They stole his cardboard sign, and now they're playing dumb. Man, don't they know they have body cams? Or do they plan on erasing them? And don't they realize this man is also filming them? What do they possibly hope to get out of this situation, except being fired? But then they do something even more stupid. Gassford informs them that he'll be right back as soon as he makes another sign, and then he flips them off as he passes, which is considered free speech and therefore is a constitutionally protected activity. Still, they pull him over, and then this embarrassing conversation ensues.
The reason I stopped you is you had your hand out the window with.
So what? So what? It's constitutionally protected speech.
Is the reason why you're doing that? Is the reason why you're doing that?
Trooper Douglas thinks he's going to teach this guy a lesson. Then his superior, Master Corporal Rayford Box, gets involved, obviously with the same intent.
All right, listen to me.
No.
All right, listen.
Go away.
Disorderly conduct.
No, it is not.
That is disorderly
That
conduct.
is called
You are doing it
freedom
out in the
of speech.
If you are out in the public,
no.
you are out in the public and people see you.
At one point, the cops open his doors, and Gassford asks for a supervisor, to which Box replies that he's the supervisor. After that, the driver complies and gives the cops his ID, vowing to take them to court.
I'm going to reach into my pocket and get my license.
You're fine.
And I'm going to take you to court.
But here's what I'm saying. Take it to court. That's what I want you to do. That's what I want you. I want you to take it to court.
It's obvious that these cops are overstepping the boundaries and clearly doing an illegal stop, since Mr. Gassford has done nothing wrong. However, they decide to take it a step further and make even greater fools of themselves.
That's what's about to happen. You're about to be arrested again for resisting arrest.
No, I'm not resisting
yes,
anything.
Well, yeah. Right now you're being detained.
For
okay?
what?
You're being detained.
I told you why I stopped you already, sir.
For putting my middle finger up. That's correct?
No,
correct.
No,
exactly.
Right. You extended your arm out the window.
No, I had my middle finger out the window.
Okay, let me get your ID.
You had your middle finger out the window, okay.
But here's the icing on the cake. As they were pulling Guestford over, these two cops were actually brainstorming what they could charge him with. Listen to this.
Tuck his middle finger out of the road, out of the window. Okay. What's that? What's that? Nah, what's isn't it like a improper hand signal or something? Charge? No, I mean like if you stick your feet, I'm telling you, if you put your arm out the road, your hand out the road, and you like with a middle finger, you could. That's like a, isn't that? I'm pretty sure. You sure about that?
He pulled him over for us, like giving him the middle finger.
Yeah, for giving him middle finger. So
yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah.
We can't pull people over. We can't write them tickets for telling us to fuck off or giving us the middle finger and stuff like that. And, you know, that's their right to do so.
He's going to do something stupid one day where we are going to be able to lock him up for disorderly conduct and I just wish we had the witness and even had it on video.
So basically, these cops incriminated themselves because they conspired about what charges they could bring against Mr. Guestford. But later on, they're called on the radio as they agree that the flipping them off charge will be thrown out because he has the right to do so. But they also conclude that eventually he's going to do something really stupid and then they'll be able to really lock him up. But in the end, Guestford had the last laugh. He sued the police for infringing on his civil rights, and police in Delaware had to pay Guestford $50,000 in retribution. Not a bad payday for just holding a sign and knowing your rights.
You piece of...
Well, if you'd like to see more footage of cops being clowns and having to pay the price in the end, the best thing you can do is subscribe and leave a comment. We'll see you next time.